During my early days of playing, we came to Miami for pre-season tours, and I knew after the first visit that this is probably one of the places I wanted to retire to. And so upon finishing my playing days, coming to the US to coach, I was inevitably going to end up here in Miami. Get one more person. Once an opportunity to coach here was available, I was like, let me see if it's something I would like to do. And ironically, I think the school and myself had the same vision of how we want the kids to be, great student athletes, and the importance of being a student athlete. And so that synergy kind of came together.
Older football fans might remember Chris Bart-Williams as a fresh-faced 18-year-old who first hit the headlines with Sheffield Wednesday at the dawn of the Premier League.
Anything to get on TV.
The promising young talent caught the eye of then Owls boss Trevor Francis, who paid £275,000 for his signature, a move the teenager relished.
Oh, good feet, Chris.
Coming from Orient, going to Sheffield Wednesday, again, I was embraced by the senior pros. When you're around people like Viv Anderson, Nigel Pearson, Nigel Weatherton, they're going to give you guidance. They had a lot to do with my development as a player and a person. So did Trevor, obviously him being such a young success in his career, and he allowed me to be myself. I had wonderful role models. I did. You come from a very Hovish background. You make mistakes, but I think they helped me decrease how many mistakes I would have made if I hadn't had the guidance they gave me.
Bart-Williams helped his side to 7th in the opening Premier League season. The same year, Wednesday reached the final in both domestic cups, beaten by Arsenal on both occasions.
Our run was really interesting because we had some really great successes and great performances. The cup final was just a huge disappointment to not win one of the two, but I believe we left everything out there. We really did, and obviously you're disappointed, but to get to 2 cup finals in the same year and finish 7th, you'll take that. But it took a while to recover from those 2 defeats.
After 4 years at Hillsborough, Chris joined Nottingham Forest in a deal worth £2.5 million.
When are we going to see pictures?
Sheffield was such a huge part of my early years, and I didn't want to disappoint the fans, but I did it because I felt as if I needed a fresh start.
Bart-Williams is there. You can get with it, right for the shot! Chris Bart-Williams! Well, it's dynamite for Forest.
There was a different pressure for playing for Forest. It was completely different to Sheffield Wednesday, and the way Forest played the game was different to Sheffield Wednesday. At Forest, there was ball possession and then lightning-quick counter-attack. My second year was when I finally felt comfortable and kind of understood what the Forest traditions were and the level of accountability as a player I had to embrace being a Nottingham Forest player. And all the success that came with the club is very evident around the club, and you've just got to embrace it. And it just took a while to get comfortable with that. And so, but once I did, I felt as if I played some of my best soccer in my career.
But as results started to slip away, Forest failed to avert relegation. Dutch forward Pierre van Hooydonk's 29 league goals helped regain Premier League status the following year. But then he went on a self-imposed strike after the club had allegedly reneged on promises to strengthen the team. It was certainly a tricky situation for his teammates.
Pierre is just a joy to play with. Like all of us, we can be frustrating, but yeah, absolutely, I felt as if he was very welcome in the team. I completely understand the stance that he was trying to make.
I don't think it's important for other people what has been said. It's important what has been discussed between me and the manager and myself and the players.
The problem with that stance is it impacted the rest of us who were back at Nottingham trying to keep us alive and up. So whilst many of us agreed with him, we as players don't get that say. So to me, that's what hurt us, because the club became the story of Pierre and a strike. And it needed to be, we need to galvanise ourselves together to focus on getting results to stay in the Premiership. In a game of a team sport where trust is really important, some of that trust was broken by his stance. And I think when you look back, you've got to, both sides have an equal say. He had a point, but what about the rest of the team? So I think that's really where people are like, okay, let's move on.
After spells with Charlton Athletic, Ipswich Town, and even a brief stint in Malta, Chris then turned his attention to unearthing the next generation of American soccer talent.
Once I retired, it was inevitable that I was going to end up in South Florida. But to get this opportunity here, I'm extremely fortunate because the school has been tremendous in their support for me. There are obviously many kids here from Miami, but there's so many diverse kids from all over the world. So trying to mesh all these different cultures and play this game, beautiful game that belongs to the world, is definitely a challenge. The kids are fascinated about the experience of obviously playing in stadiums, get some of the competitions that I've played in, and I'm trying to teach them some of the things that I was taught, not just on the field, but off the field. So they're constantly engaged and trying to replicate some of those things. So it's kind of fun to watch it unfold and how they react and respond to my coaching style.